Hey, Mom. I'm getting promoted to the section head at my workplace.
So?
So, a woman getting promoted to the section head in my 30s is the first time in history in my workplace.
Is that something to brag about? What? Do you want a reward from me or something?
I didn't say that. I just wanted to share the happy news with my mother.
I don't care if you become the president. Nothing about you matters to me.
Don't say that.
How can I love a daughter whose only reason existence to this earth is labor?
I'm trying my best, you know.
If you want to do your best, you'd be better off married like your sister. Her husband's a doctor, for Christ's sake. I've never been more proud.
You've told me this story many times since she got married.
Then learn from it. Find yourself a rich man or two, won't you?
I don't intend on marrying someone for money.
That's an excuse for ugly wenches who can't get married. I still can't believe I birthed such an ungrateful child. Unlike Rachel, who is pretty like her mother.
Dad never treated us different growing up.
Of course, you look just like him. Unattractive.
He's not that bad looking. You're the one who married him, Mom. Don't say mean things about your own husband.
The reason I got together with him is purely because he was high up in the elite society. His salary was twice compared to my friends' husbands.
Don't say such bad things.
Who cares? He won't be able to hear them from beyond the grave. We managed well for a while with his insurance money, but that's all gone now. Wished he would have taken out $8 million or something like that.
He couldn't afford that much. Dad worked so hard to sustain us.
His only redeeming quality, he ought to at least provide for me. Having a beautiful wife like myself, should have been proud just being my husband.
You think so? Dad always complained how high maintenance you were.
I nor Rachel spend outrageous money. Beauty expenses can't be helped. We need to keep up with the fashion trends, which you won't understand.
I guess I don't have any interests in beauty.
Ha! Interests? You got discouraged too because you never looked good in any kind of garment. With your face, I wouldn't dare waste my time getting into fashion.
How can you say that to your own daughter? Especially today, when I thought you would be happy for me.
I'm being harsh because you are my daughter. For real, you think I would be happy on what you achieved at work? If you want to make me happy, marry off to some lawyer or doctor. Catch a rich man like your baby sister. Make yourself useful.
I've been making myself useful, putting food on the table for 9 years ever since Dad died.
Oh, and you think that's worthy of my gratitude?
I'm not implying that.
Your only worth is working at a big company like your father. It's completely natural to provide for me. I'm the poor, devastated widow.
You never looked devastated in your life, giddy even when Dad passed suddenly. Looking forward to using up both his retirement and insurance.
Duh. Your father was 10 years older than me. Saved you the trouble of taking care in his old age. I was happy for your future.
Why would I have to be the one in trouble?
Because I would never change his nappies. It's a job for the child to nurse their elderly parents.
You wouldn't do anything for him?
I'm not looking after an old geezer. No way.
Even though he provided for your expensive way of living, how can you say such mean things? Dad would be turning in his grave.
I don't care what a dead guy would be thinking about me.
You're a disgrace.
What is a disgrace is your face. Well, if you want my gratitude, try your very best to catch some elite. With your facial features just like your father's, can't expect much. Naomi, don't come by the house for a while.
Why? Did something happen?
Rachel's staying for a while.
Really?
Such a devoted daughter, isn't she? She was worried of me living alone.
Right.
She's beautiful in the insides too, like her mother.
What's that got to do with me not coming by the house?
Well, I want to spend time with my favorite daughter undisturbed. You, on the other hand, would cause a dissonance, disrupting our beautiful harmony.
What kind of metaphor is that?
It can't be helped, it's the truth.
Well, I won't go home if asked anyways.
Always cheeky, checking the fridge every time you come by, chucking out stuff without permission.
That's because you hoard expired food. The smell seeps throughout the house every time I open it.
Then don't open it. I didn't ask you to cook for me. There's a reason restaurants exist.
And that's why you can never save up any money. You never clean up either. I make time from work to declutter the house regularly.
As I said, I never asked you to. You're just like your father, nosing into other people's business.
If he didn't nose around, we would have had more problems living in that house.
A few problems won't hurt anybody.
Well then, I'll leave you to take care of yourselves. Don't call me when you have a mayhem in your hands.
Good. We'll finally have a nice family time.
You're saying that like I'm not part of the family.
I've never thought of you as my family.
What?
You didn't think? You look nothing like me or Rachel. No one would think we're related at a glance. I never considered you my daughter.
Why are you being so mean to me? What about all these years that I provided for you? I worked so hard because you were my mother.
Don't be so proud of yourself. You only give me $800 a month.
How rude.
I can dispose $800 in a single night.
How?
I've told you, beauty has its costs. With Rachel back, $800 is as worth as a penny. She might as well be the king of Sheba, living with a doctor from a rich family. Every time she came home, she brought some goodies for me.
Good for you.
Maybe she's even coming home to tell me she'll be the one to take care of me from now on. She's so thoughtful that way.
Well, she has your looks and your personality.
Then she's perfect. My future is secured, which means you have no use to me anymore.
You really think so?
Damn straight. To tell you the truth, having you around was annoying to say the least. You resembled your father more and more each day. I didn't want the neighbors to think we were related.
You've said enough, don't you think?
Oh, I'm just getting started. I've even explained to our new neighbors you're our housekeeper.
How can you say that about your own daughter?
I can't tell them that that ugly girl is my daughter now, can I? I have Rachel for that.
You've always favored Rachel over me. I've tried so hard to gain your acceptance.
I couldn't tolerate even looking at your face. It made me sad that I produced such an ugly daughter.
You don't understand how hurtful that is coming from my own mother.
You were always too naive. Should have realized it on your own sooner. Rachel is my only daughter. You have no use to me.
Fine. If you won't change your mind, I'm done.
How are you done? Are you cutting ties with me or something? Couldn't be more obliged.
I thought you were my mother. I took care of you.
That kind of behavior is exactly why I never loved you. The sty in my eyes.
Fine.
Fine. Naomi, why haven't you sent in this month's expenses?
Huh?
What's taking so long? Bringing me money is really your only reason of existence. How can you defy me?
Why should I give you money?
Because it's your duty?
No, it's not.
What?
I'm not giving you any more of my money.
Huh?
You said you don't need my trifle. The money I make shifted and saved up every month. I now realize that sending you this little money was impolite.
That is,
I'm glad. I don't have to put aside $800 for you.
I never said I didn't want your money.
You didn't? Seems like it.
It's only 800, but I'll take it. That's your only use to me.
I'm not obligated in giving charity to strangers.
Who are you calling a stranger? I'm your mother.
You said you didn't consider me your daughter, right? That you don't want to see my face.
Money's a different story. It's not like your face is on it.
You said Rachel was going to take care of you from now on. You don't need my money.
Actually, she said she forgot to bring the money with her.
Then why don't you ask her to go back and get it?
Seems like she had a fight with her husband, so it's not that easy. If they make things up, then she can get the support.
Is that what she said?
So, in the meanwhile, you'll be paying for my things.
I'm not giving you a single penny. Work out your stuff.
Oh, you say the darnest things. Won't you come by for a little bit?
Why?
Rachel only sleeps and eats, and so the house is a mess. You should come and clean it up.
Are you out of your mind? Why would I go to a stranger's house and clean up their stuff? I'm not their housekeeper.
But...
Oh, and by the way, I'm pretty sure Rachel's going to stay there for quite a while.
What?
She got kicked out of her husband's house because she had an affair.
Huh?
Of course, she's also being charged of compensation money.
You're lying. She never said anything to me.
Because she has nowhere else to go. You only care about the money. If you'd find out she was penniless, you wouldn't have gracefully welcomed her in your arms.
Tell me you're lying.
Am not. Her husband's been telling me about Rachel's affair. I've even seen it firsthand.
I can't believe it.
It doesn't stop there. She's supplying her money to some guy she met at the club, taking it out from her husband's account. He's charging her for that as well.
They're a married couple. Even if he considered a divorce, how cheap can he be?
That money was what he saved up before meeting Rachel. She has no right using it.
So? Is she not going to take care of me?
Not only that, you're going to finance her. But you two are family. Why don't you support each other?
Not a chance. I don't want a child who has debt. She's not my daughter anymore.
Even though she looks and thinks exactly like you?
You're my only daughter, Naomi. So please, send the money like you did it all these years. You can even increase the payment.
I don't consider you my mother anymore.
Don't say that. Let's not argue. I can come live if you want.
Live with who?
With you. From now on, we live together as a family.
Why have you come to that conclusion?
Rachel's been up to no good since she came over. She's not leaving anytime soon. I'm gonna leave her be and come spend time with you.
So it's all about money for you. No way in hell.
Why not?
I'm not in the country anymore.
What?
There's been an offer for an assignment abroad. I took up on it now that you were out of my life. Now that you weren't my mother anymore. Isn't that right, Susan? That's right.
Where do you live? Isn't it difficult living alone in a foreign country? I'll come live with you.
No way in hell, I'm telling you. I've always lived alone. I can manage it. I don't need a burden with me. Because I can keep my earnings, it made my life a whole lot easier. I'm having my best life after cutting ties with you.
Are you suggesting that I should accept debt-ridden Rachel to live with me for the rest of my life?
That's not your choice to make. It's not my responsibility.
How can you be so cold-hearted?
You are nothing to me.
Don't say that and help me out. At least send me some money.
You have your pension.
I can't manage with that kind of little money.
Oh, that's too bad. You two are perfect for each other. Have a nice life.
Please, help me.
Nope.
I'll apologize for the things I've done.
Too late.
Don't say that.
I'll say my goodbyes now.
No, please, forgive me. I'm sorry. You're the only one for me. Please, help me.
Rachel stayed at her mom's, not working at all. Susan works day and night to sustain themselves, but all of her earnings go to Rachel's debt. According to Susan, Rachel's getting fatter by the minute by leeching on her mother. Or, so she told me when she sent for help sending a selfie of herself. I've ignored her text, of course. I haven't told Susan this, but I currently live with my fiancé. I didn't know this, but turns out he came from a well-off family. If Susan had loved me as her daughter, I would have considered her moving in with us. I guess I'll never see her again. I'm going to make a loving family with my fiancé.